Hello students, I welcome you all to the online video lecture. So today we are going to solve the numerical on transient heat conduction, that is type 2, by using the Hissler's chart. In the last two video lectures, we have seen the infinitely long flat plate, the two problems we have solved, and also we have solved the numerical on infinitely long cylinder. So today we'll solve one more numerical on infinitely long the cylindrical shaft or cylindrical member. So this was asked in the year 2018 for 8 marks. So these problems are very important from your examination point of view. Let's read the problem carefully. A long cylindrical shaft 20 centimeter in diameter is made of steel. Thermal conductivity K equals to 14.9 watt per meter kelvins. Density rho equals to 7900 kg per meter cube. C, the specific heat 477 joules per kg kelvins. Alpha, thermal diffusivity equals to 3.95 into 10 power minus 6 meter square per seconds. It comes out of the oven at uniform. So it comes out of the oven at 600 degrees centigrades. The shaft is then allowed to cool slowly in an environment at 200 degrees centigrades with an average heat transfer coefficient of 80 watt per meter square kelvins. Calculate the temperature at the center of shaft 45 minutes after start of the cooling process. Also calculate the heat transfer per unit length of the shaft during this period. Okay, so just by reading the problem itself, we can conclude that yes, this problem can be solved by using the Hissler's chart, because in this problem he is asking us to calculate the temperature at certain position. So in this problem the temperature is function of both space coordinates as well as the time. Okay, so that is obviously type 2 problem. Okay, so the write down the given data. Diameter of the cylindrical shaft D equals to 20 centimeter or 0.2 meters. Now radius, so we have to take radius for the further calculation. So radius R equals to 0.1 meters. Thermal conductivity 14.9 watt per meter kelvins. Density 7900 kg per meter cube. Specific heat 477 joules per kg kelvins. Thermal diffusivity alpha equals to 3.95 into 10 power minus 6 meter square per seconds. The initial temperature of the cylindrical shaft Ti equals to 600, surrounding temperature Ta equals to 200 degrees centigrades, average heat transfer coefficient H equals to 80 watt per meter square kelvins, duration of cooling, that is 45 minutes, or just multiply with 60, you will get 2700 seconds. So this problem has two bits. In the first bit, we need to calculate temperature at the center of shaft, that is T naught, and heat transferred per unit length of shaft, that is Q. Okay, now the very first step to solve any problem on transient heat conduction is to calculate the Biot number. Okay, so for cylindrical geometry and spherical geometry, for type 2 problem, the Biot number is HR naught by K, HR naught by K. So you know all the values, substitute, and the value is 0.54. Now similarly, Fourier number, the Fourier number F naught equals to alpha tau divided by R naught square. So you'll get 1.067. So this is the Fourier number. Now we have to get from the data handbook, we have to get the temperature ratio. So just refer page number 68, page number 68 of data handbook, page number 68 of data handbook. Just refer it. Now let us share the, let me share the screen. Page number 68, page number 68. So this is a data handbook. Okay, so the page number 68. So here is a page number 68. Okay, long cylinder temperature time history at center line. So about the x-axis we have Fourier number, that is 1.067 is a Fourier number, and these curves represents the Biot number, that is HR naught by K. These curves represents Biot number. So Biot number is 0.54 and Fourier number is 1.06. So this is 1, this is 2. So there is some misalignment here. Okay, do take this as this line as 1, this line as 2. Okay, so our Fourier number is 1.06. So here it is 1 and this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on. So 1 and 1.1. In between these two we have 1.05. Okay, Fourier number is 1.06. No problem. You can take here also. Okay. Now the Biot number is 0.54. The Biot number is 0.54. This is 0.6 and this is 0.5. This is 0.5, 0.6, around in between these two 0.55. So 0.54 approximately here will be the value. Now this is a point of our interest. So 0.4, 0.42, 0.44 and 0.46. So you may get the temperature ratio as 0.46, 0.46, that is T0 minus TA. Here is missing. The temperature ratio is missing here. So do take here T0 minus TA divided by Ti minus TA. So in examination, don't forget to draw the nature of this graph. Just draw y-axis and x-axis and draw any one curve. Okay, represent it as 0.5 or 0.54, etc. Okay, so do take the dotted line till it curves the curve, till it intersects the curve, and do take the dotted line, the horizontal line, till it curves the vertical axis. Just you have to show, yes, this point represents 0.46. That is the temperature ratio, that is T0 minus TA divided by Ti minus Ta. Okay, don't forget to draw this diagram, any one curve in the examination. Okay, so our temperature ratio is 0.46. Let's go to the main sheet. Okay, 0.44 or 0.46. Now you know all the values, just substitute and get the value of T0. So T0 represents the temperature of shaft, the temperature of cylindrical shaft at the midpoint, at the middle. Now in the second bit, we need to get the heat transfer per unit length of the shaft, that is Q we need to calculate, Q. Okay. Now in page number 70, let us share this screen, page number 70. So for each geometry, we have 3 graphs. For each geometry, we have 3 charts. So for infinitely long flat plate, 3 graphs, 3 charts, and for cylinders, 3 charts, and for sphere, 3 charts. Okay, so we are dealing with the cylinders. So the third chart, which is on page number 70, it deals with the heat flow in long cylinder, heat flow in long cylinders. Okay, now here the horizontal axis represents the Biot number square into Fourier number, Biot number square into Fourier number, and these curves represents the Biot number. Okay, these curves represent Biot number. Now where the product of Biot number square into Fourier number and Biot number intersects, okay, from that point you have to take a horizontal line till it cuts the vertical axis. So this vertical axis, about this vertical axis we have the heat transfer ratio, that is Q by Q naught. So here Q by Q naught term is missing. Please write down Q by Q naught, capital Q by capital Q naught. Okay. Now let's take the value of Biot number square into Fourier number, and already we know the value of Biot number, that is 0.54. Okay. So go to the main sheet. So Biot number square into Fourier number, this is a value on x-axis. It's supposed to be 0.31. So this is 0.31. Biot number is 0.54. This is 0.31 and that is 0.54. Biot number is 0.54 and this product is 0.31. So check the value in this chart. So here it is 0.3. So how to get the 0.3? See, 10 to the power minus 1 is nothing but 1 by 10. 1 by 10 or 0.1. Our value is 0.31. This is 0.1. This is 0.2. This is 0.3. Okay, this is 0.3. 0.31 we have, no problem. We can take 0.3 also. Now, what is the Biot number? Biot number is 0.54. So this curve represents 1 and this curve represents the 0.5. This curve represents the 0.5. 0.2, 0.3. This is 0.2, this is 0.3. So this is a 0.54 or 0.55. Okay, take a horizontal line here from here. Is that clear? I hope this is clear. Okay. So this is 0.5. This is 0.55. We want 0.4. Okay. This line is 0.3. So take a horizontal line till it cuts the vertical axis. So this is 0.6. This is 0.7 and this is 0.75. 0.75 is the value of Q by Q naught. Okay, let me check it once again. So this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. This is 0.3. And so here, this is 0.5. This is 0.1, 0.5, 0.75, 0.54, somewhere here, 0.54 somewhere here, okay, 0.54 somewhere here. So 0.83, this is 0.83, okay, this is 0.83. Q by Q naught equals to 0.83, approximately 0.83, 0.82, 0.83, 0.84. These are all acceptable values. Now we got Q by Q naught equals to 0.83. Now how to get the value of Q naught? So in the data handbook itself, he has given the formula to calculate Q naught. Just get the value of Q naught here from the data handbook. So from the data handbook, go to the cylindrical geometry where you can find the formula. So this is a similar cylindrical geometry where Q by Q naught, which already we have taken the value, that is 0.83. Now here Q naught is a heat capacity about TA per unit length. That is Q naught equals to rho C pi R naught square into Ti minus TA. This formula I can use to calculate Q naught. So once you get the value of Q naught, you know the ratio and get the value of Q. That's it. Okay. Now the final answer for Q naught is, so after substitution, you'll get the Q naught equals to 47353854 joules. Okay, this is the answer for Q naught. Or else you can keep the Q naught in terms of megajoules also. 47.35 megajoules. So just multiply this Q naught with 0.83, you will get Q. So this Q is a required answer. That is heat transferred per unit length of the shaft. That is Q equals to 39303699 joules. Okay. So if you find anywhere any difficulties, please ask, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the videos and share. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.